All right, here we are, folks. Good afternoon and welcome on back here this Thursday afternoon, July 27th. Had to keep track of my dates there. Great to see all of our students and members alike inside our live trading room here so far. We had Michael just before, Brian, Bill just a moment ago. So all of our students and members here right now inside Cyber Group, if you're joining us there or if you're joining us back on social, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc., we do have to move kind of quick. We have our Phase 2 stock course continuing today at 3:05 Eastern Time. We'll have the link posted for that coming up in just a bit. But with that said, well, not only do we have to move quick, but there is a lot to talk about. So as we carry over to the market right now, looking on my 5-minute chart here, what the hell happened? I mean, I thought we were supposed to hold support, show higher lows, move back up. Obviously, that didn't pan out. So if it's not going to break higher, there's only one other direction it's going to go. Easy to say that here at the market. But now at this point, if we're going to continue to hold resistance coming off the Fed meeting, now we're sinking lower into this afternoon, you absolutely have to respect this trend. Do not look to catch a falling knife. Don't try and swim upstream, as they say. Follow the market on the way down. This would be a great day to try and short. This would be a great day to try and buy puts. So with that said, hey, let's see what we could work with here heading into the close. More so with the market. To begin, though, we have XXII. Certainly didn't really hear no bell with the market dropping off. This has just went completely against the grain. So unless if it's this XXII, it's been pretty tough to move upward. But yeah, for right now, easily going to start with putting this on our watch list for right now in hopes of this trying to go up higher. Just take a look at what had happened, though, back from the end of last week, though. You could see here, this was, I think, from Friday, end of last week. Big pop. Stock went from $394 all the way up near 7, about 3-point move, basically. Came right back down. So, granted, it closed higher. It still dumped off the following days. You don't want to be stuck on this type of trade here, especially with it just reaching near $4 here, whole number, and shaking already. So, right now, XXII definitely looks good, tradable. Let's just hope support continues to build. That's all. So let's just run from top to bottom now, though. There are a couple of other stocks I did want to talk about. The CTCX is looking dead now at this point. It had popped up going into this afternoon. Much like we were saying before, you got to see support hold. So if we're not going to continue to see support build from 470-ish here as it tried, well, it's got to keep going. So, from there, breaking the highs and running would be ideal, but ended up failing, pulled back, broke below 5, game over. You don't want to get stuck hoping and holding on to a trade like this. So moving on from CTCX, and we keep it going here, folks. Who knows? Maybe there will be a stock that we didn't really check in with just yet. URGN. Actually, I didn't see this pop until right now. Looks like this had opened up off of some sort of halt going into 1030. It's trending up a little bit right now, you could say, but not really trading nearly the type of volume minute by minute that I'd really want to see at this point. So I'm going to pass. And that leads me to Tupperware. Let me ask for all of us joining me inside Cyber Group, did anyone get their hands in on this Tupperware trade? Let me know how you did overall, because this was from head to toe as good of a trade as you could really get. Hey, if you're on social media joining us right now, if you're interested in joining Brian and Kathleen and all of our members there right now, just scan that QR code. If you're fancy with your phone, just scan that QR code. Join our students there right now, and you'll see how they're doing. But for students right now there, how'd you do? Brian, Barbara got in on it. Elizabeth, Kevin got in on it. All right. Hopefully you did really nicely. At least all of us saying they at least got a little piece of the pie. With that, though, just to go over this trade really briefly, I'm going to do a little education here. Try not to teach as much here because there's a lot to talk about and we got to move quick. But historical level at 253, 254, it broke that in the morning. Okay, what's your next historical level then? Historical, just looking at the chart. Well, loosely speaking, it was like 370-ish I wrote in the chat board a few times over. It was basically once it broke that 255-ish, 254, well, onward we went up towards 370. It pays to prep your levels, folks, because we've been calling these levels out since the morning. And I know it's easy to say that's how the cookie crumbled here, but this stock ended up topping off. I think I was a jerk and deleted all my lines here, I think. Oh, no, I deleted all my lines. I had all my lines set up here, but 371, it hit head on. We were calling it out, dumped right back down. So hopefully for Barbara, Brian, Joyce, Kevin, and Elizabeth, all of us here hopefully got out right before that 370, 371. But from there, obviously ended up falling off. So, right now at this stage, I'm not too interested in Tupperware. It's tradable, but I think more than now, it's kind of exhausted, dropping off at the market here. Let's see what else we can get, though. EOLS, it's actually kind of holding here a bit, but it almost seems like a buyout, actually. So I'm going to pass on it for the time being. Like there could be better trades. Hopefully, could be better trades. If not on the way up, then definitely on the way down, we'll find some better trades. QS QuantumScape was a great one from this morning, and in fact, just darting right back down towards $10 at this stage. So in terms of a tradable stock moving with the market, this is still up big percentage-wise, but why not? Why not? It is tradable. So I don't mind giving QS a look on the way down now. I'm not trying to find support here. Already made its move in the morning. From now, just steady downward. That's what we like to see in terms of moving with the market. Now, you're probably not, I should say, you're probably going to see a lot that's going to be, steady down, dropping with the market, but you want to find a good mix of volatility and opportunity along with like just being tradable. So that last one, QS, was very tradable. We'll go through a couple others from our side list, like the Maras out there, the IONQs out there, and all the ones from this past week. Tilray, hey, not everything is going to move with the or not everything is going to hold strong here. Markets are all dumping off. Tilray, we did great on from the morning. It's still technically at my level at 217, but I was calling that out heading into the early afternoon, looking for the pullback. We had it here. It bounced up like 3-4 cents, but it's not seemingly looking to break higher just yet. So I'm not going to put Tilray on our main watch list just yet. I really hope for this to push up higher. If not by today, then perhaps into tomorrow. That'd be lovely to see. But, that's more hope than anything now at this stage. So let's see what else is out there. We got RCL, Royal Caribbean. So this was the one that had to have come out with earnings. Big pop over the pre-market this morning. I know there was a bunch of other firms or a bunch of other analysts that gave ratings out on CCL, NCLH today on top. But obviously bigger move on RCL there alike. Let's see what else we got. Dust. I mean, we haven't looked at Dust and Nugget, NUGT, the gold mining ETFs in a little while now. So, gold dropping off right now, it seems. In this case, Dust, DUST. This would be actually a pretty good trade to follow. Now, if you have level 4, if you have Bookmap, then this makes it much easier for you to follow. If you don't have the heat map, if you don't have level 4 to go back on, it's going to be a lot tougher to follow the liquidity out there on the order book, on a custom or on a traditional level 3 out there. So little tidbit from class that we talked about, it makes it a lot easier if you're following stocks. If you're following an ETF, it's much more difficult to anticipate. So nice trends. And if you're using your indicators, that's different, but indicators are lagging, right? So you got to make sure that you're able to read the order flow out there. If you got level 4, then it's a good one to, take a stab at. But right now I'm going to see what else is out there in terms of stocks. PSQH, and not going anywhere. All right, so let's hop over to the loser side here, seeing if there's anything looking as good. Like Fausto said earlier today, they never really come back, these pharma stocks, once they get crushed like this. And he means that certainly in relation to long term. But if you're looking for a short squeeze, a dead cat bounce, if there's a trend upward to begin, that's a start. So this is trending back upward pretty nicely. It almost looks like it wants to get halted here at 95 cents. Hey, it's a possibility. It's down so much percentage-wise, like near 80% here, and probably was down 80% just when it was at 84 cents. So, you know what? I don't mind if right now the MRSN, I'll slip it on the back end of our list. Interesting move back up now suddenly. See if it makes a day trade type of little short squeeze move, dead cat bounce. All right, so if there's anything else here on the loser side, probably more just moving on the way down with the market down percentage-wise. This AAOI that got clipped earlier today. Geez, I don't know what the hell happened to his stock, but it was running up so nicely back from June into July. Held support for a little bit, but, again, another catchphrase I'll say here. Holding support doesn't make you money. So this needed to build up off support and run back up. Obviously didn't do that. Over time, ended up collapsing there, but you know what? I don't mind it for right now. AAOI, hopefully more to come on the way down there. Let's see if there's anything down. Perhaps not as much percentage-wise. I'll tell you what, a bunch of these stocks are kind of like unfamiliar names. I can pretty much just tell. So I'll go through the side list. There's going to be a lot more that's down percentage-wise here, folks, like Mara down over that 5%, just sliced right through a few different support levels, obviously the ones that you see here. But even beginning at 1650, it rebroke support. That's where I even wrote in the chat board inside Cyber Group. I'm like, I'm speculative on it, or I'm skeptical. That was the word. I'm skeptical on it, but looking for Mara at 1650, I took a small loss. It was in and out within 30, 45 seconds. From that point, next support was off of 1630, and it just sliced right below there. So you knew that this was in trouble to begin with, especially now with the market speeding lower now. So if you could short Mara, well, hell, it's actually easy to borrow from you right now. I didn't realize that. Wow. All right. So in this case, definitely Mara on our watch list as a short. I'm sure Riot's going to make the same type of move. They go tandem. If I put Mara on our list, you know I'm referring to Riot also. Let's take a look, though. Otherwise, what else we got? Shopify. Look at this downtrend here. It's actually like right at yesterday's closing price, believe it or not. Had a nice morning here, gapping up. But, if there's anything a little less expensive, let me know. Uber, not a bad drop off there at the market. Definitely looking better as a short than lift. Anything else that you got for me, folks? Here in the chat board inside Cyber Group or on social media, if you're joining us on YouTube, Facebook Live, etc. Let me know if there's any stocks you'd want me to look at. Perhaps we'll look at a name stay like Tesla here. So, Tesla dropping off a little bit. TSLL would probably be down more percentage-wise and shortable. So, that would be a better play. Just cheaper, down more volatile. Apple obviously taking a hit, AMD taking a hit. All these pretty expensive. You could buy the puts on them, if anything. All right, so I'm going to try and go through a couple of these myself right now, guys. Like we said, NEO. We had the XPEP trade from earlier here. The IONQ trade, which we referenced before. This one's looking pretty good on the way down. Don't mind if I do there. Check out Rivian while we're at it. Just thinking off the back of my head there. A little choppy. Not really making as great of a move as I would want. All right. So, hey, let me know if there's anything else, though, folks. Up, down, left, right, more than 5%. Type it in the chat board here. I will type my email address in the chat board on YouTube and all of our social streams right now. Any questions that you got for me, especially before joining us inside our live trading room, just send me over a quick email, josh@c2trading.com. Any questions or trades that you wanted to go over, definitely let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer just back within about 24 hours or so. But if you wanted to join us, like Kevin and Barbara, Elizabeth, all of our students and members there inside our live trading room, once again, just click that or go to the link on the bottom of the screen below. Or if you're fancy with your phone, just scan that QR code right there, get you access to a week-long trial inside our live trading room. From there, you'll get access to the audio broadcasts between myself and, of course, the man himself, Fausto. Of course, he'll be back for tomorrow morning. Fausto's had a busy day today. He's been in NASDAQ in the city. Big presentation over at NASDAQ. I hope that you folks ended up watching that. In fact, Rich, if you want to do me a solid, actually, post the link again, if you could, for Fausto's NASDAQ Trade Talk interview with Jill Malandrino there. He ended up going to NASDAQ headquarters just earlier today. And just, again, post that link if you can, Rich, inside the stream and inside the live trading room. But hey, for all of our students right now, make sure that you click the link for class on top, the Phase 2 stock course continuing today at 3:05. We look forward to seeing you there. And hey, best of luck trading going into the market close if you're not joining me. Talk to you soon.